Alrighty, and here we go with an Amonkhet draft though. Heaven Earth, interesting, because this card is interesting. I have not played with it yet. I mean, if you're in a green-red, you're certainly going to be playing it, and it's probably going to be pretty good. So, the question is something like Trial of Strength, Battlefield, Scavenger, or the commons aren't that appealing, really. Weaver of Currents, I mean, I suppose we'll take this. Why not, right? Harsh Mentor, okay. Watchful Naga's okay. Bitterblade Warrior's pretty good. Emberhorn Minotaur's fine. This pack is also kind of weak. Probably taking a green card here. Watchful Naga isn't even that exciting. Like, it's probably about as powerful as Bitterblade Warrior, and Harsh Mentor is not really a great draft card, although it's fine. I mean, it's a bear. I think we'll just take the Watchful Naga. Alright, Spring to Mind, Trial of Solidarity is great, Electrify is great, Fan Bear is great. This pack is like better than our previous two packs. I think we take Electrify and just go for the Heaven Earth plan. Seems like a good plan. Heaven to Earth. Gotta say the two, because they're all twos. Spring to Mind, Heaven to Earth. You must say the two. Trial of Solidarity is excellent, I think. Fanbear is also really excellent, so I mean, we could take like Fanbear. Electrify is probably good enough that we can just do this. Like the thing about Heaven, Earth, Heaven to Earth, Heaven to Earth is you can like cast the Heaven for 0 and then cast the Earth. So yeah. And I mean, there's actually lots of flyers in this set, so I mean, Heaven should be pretty good too. Alright, Exemplar of Strength is good. Shared Weakness is fine. Devoted Cropmate is good. And these blue cards are okay. But we're not really in the blue realm at the current moment. So just the easy Exemplar of Strength here. Probably like one of the best cards in the pack between these two, so we're happy to take it in our colors. Green, red, beatdowns. Heaven and Earth. Alright, what have we got next? A bunch of red cards. All of them are fine. There's also Grasping Dunes, which is okay. One of the better off-color or colorless lands you can be playing. Same with Painted Bluffs if you're splashing. And both these white cards are actually really good too. So this pack has like a bunch of mediocre stuff that we have to decide on. Like this card is surprisingly good. I really like Cycling, unsurprisingly though, so maybe just a Desert Ceradon, probably going to be better in our deck. Like right now we're happy to have a 1-drop that can be 6/4 at 6-drop as well, and the Manticore is better if we were more interested in -1/-1 counter stuff. Alright, Minotaur Sure Shot is completely mediocre and completely fine. We're really going to be good against flyers with Heaven, Earth, and some reach. There's also this guy, which is actually fantastic. Unfortunately, we are not really going to pick him. And Reduce to Rubble is not that exciting. Alright, this pack is kind of poor for us. We're not really in the market for Nimble Blade Kenra. Fling, not that exciting. We're probably just taking Spidery Grasp. It's great with the Watchful Naga, so might as well. Also pretty good with the Exemplar of Strength. I mean, just being able to attack into something and get counters off of it is pretty good in the early game. And probably best card is Splendid Agony, but can't really take that. Alright, Hyena pack is super unexciting. Unwavering Initiate is probably the best card in the pack. Violent Impact is okay. I'll just take the Initiate in case we end up in white, because I think it's better than everything else. Alright, this pack is also not great for us. What's the best card here? I mean, we could take Weaver if we end up in green, blue. Probably just gonna take it because Weaver is the best card in the pack. Alright, we'll go with the Harsh Mentor this time for sure. And Illusory Wrappings is pretty good as well. Kind of late for that. Cradle is fine, but we're not a zombie deck. And probably just go with the Painted Bluffs and won't end up running either of them. I'll actually go with the Sentinels. Just continue to branch out a bit in case we open some crazy bomb in blue. We'll probably be happy we have the Sentinels. If we open some sort of Sphinx. And right now our deck is like super mediocre. I mean, Heaven Earth is probably really good, so I mean, Electrify is great, and we have some random stuff. What did I say about Sphinxes? What did I say about Sphinxes? I mean, this isn't really a good splash. Yeah, this would be awkward to splash. Like, we would be splashing like red, maybe. But Earth isn't a very good splash either. Other option would be to just stick to the plan and take the Hooded Brawler, which might be sensible. I mean, this Sphinx is amazing. Really amazing. But Heaven Earth is probably, like, I don't want to just give up on the red, basically, or give up on the green. I'm gonna play it safe and go with the Hooded Brawler. I think this is going to be less likely to tank our draft. Alright, Electrify and Crop Crasher. Take another Electrify here. Happy to do that. This guy is also really good. We're not really super aggro red though, so we're probably just happier to have the removal. We're kind of bigger control deck. Okay, Crocodile the Crossing is amazing. So I'm kind of happy we didn't take the Sphinx at this particular moment, since we took a great red card and a great green card. Of course, the payoff for blue is probably going to be coming in the third pack and not this pack. Pyramid of the Pantheon. Okay, this is not that good for us, especially. If we were splashing, it might be okay. Quarry Hauler is solid camel. Solid camel. It's kind of an exciting. Here's some okay blue cards, I guess. Alright, not really much green or red to be seen, honestly. I mean, this guy is sweet. Unfortunately, we're gonna just keep taking. This guy's fine. Some pretty good blue cards too, still. Hieroglyphic Illumination. Alright, Kudo's really good, I would say. And Grim Strider, interesting. Kudo is the card for us though. Just a solid body. Ooh, Sandworm, sure. It's going to be good in our deck. Since we have lots of removal, we're going to be wanting to cycle it and cast it a lot of the time, I'd say. So good split card for our deck. Like, we're not really that aggressive, so it seems reasonable us getting to 7 mana. They don't call it the Greater Sandworm for nothing, because it's great. Not really sure what this deck wants. It just wants like good cards right now. The Naga Vitalist to ramp would be perfect, probably. Any more good cards? Take some good cards. I mean, I'll take some good cards. Good cards would be good. Got any good cards? I guess a little more pump would actually be warranted as well. Right now we just have the Spidery Grasp, so Harvest Season. Okay. No thank you. Manglehorn, I guess, is not that exciting in draft. And yep, Tormenting Voice would definitely take it. Could even discard Heaven Earth. I mean, definitely don't really need this. I mean, if we get paired against Mardu vehicles, we should be pretty set. I mean, cycling's really good though. It's possible we could end up playing this main deck if we had either some way to use cycling or not, since Tormenting Voice is just like better cycling. Then the problem with the Center's Deliverance is there aren't really many artifacts in the set, so you're rarely casting it to destroy an artifact. Of course, great sideboard card if we happen to see artifacts. Right now our Heaven is pretty good though. I mean, we have no flyers and we would otherwise be weak to flyers, so having it is pretty good. We've seen a lot of blue cards. might have worked out better for us to abandon ship into blue this pack. Like, the thing is, I mean, it's not like our deck is bad. Our deck is fine right now, and the blue wasn't that enticing. Like, it was a bunch of medium cards like we already have, basically. I mean, we could have swapped out the Sphinx with Heaven and Earth and a bunch of mediocre cards for mediocre cards. Alright, another unexciting pack. Gideon's Intervention isn't that exciting in draft, unless you see a bunch of one card. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's like super defensive. Baleful Amonkhet, it's probably the best card in the pack. So we're kind of looking for more mediocrity. Take our pick. Alright. I mean, all of these are good in our deck, I would say, at this point. The Entangler is kind of unexciting. Probably just the Sure Shot. I mean, I kind of want to be good against flyers, and the Sure Shot makes sure of that. I wouldn't mind another Greater Sandworm, to be honest, though, in this deck. Alright, Synchronized Strike is, like, legitimately a bomb. Legitimately a bomb, so we're probably taking that. I was saying we needed more pump, so that's good. Also, Bitterblade Warrior, Quarry Hauler, sure. Not really what we want, and then just nothing. So yeah, definitely the Synchronized Strike. Gonna be good with our exerters and such. Being able to untap and exert more exerts. Alright, a Nega Vitalist would be nice. Magma Spray. Nothing. Just nothing. Untap target creature. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. Wow, well, this thing is amazing. Amazing, and we're probably not splashing for it. Initiate's Companion is actually completely fine. Super mediocre, super solid mediocreness. These packs have been quite mediocre. Okay, there's a Gravedigger, so it's not that mediocre. But yeah, we'll just take the Companion. Alright, another Sandworm. Thresher Lizard is fine, Manticore is fine. I think I want the Sandworm. Sandworm is pretty beefy when you cast them, and Cycling is incredibly versatile. Take it over the mediocre Lizard and the mediocre Manticore. Alright, Vitalist. Yes. Perfect. Bunch of good white cards. Vitalist is top tier though. So, yeah, Vitalist into Crocodile is pretty good. Alright, deck's coming together, Just a few more reasonable cards. I said a few more reasonable cards. These are not reasonable cards at all. I mean, we don't want this guy. Alright, Spidery Grasp. It's completely fine. We have a lot of creatures, so we're going to be blasting through our opponent's defenses with pump spells. Onward to victory. Alright, Pathmaker's Initiate. Probably ended up playing it, even though it's not good. Like, this probably 16 lands is fine for this deck. I mean, this cycles, so I mean, in theory we could run 15 lands fairly easily with Tormenting Voice. We just don't really have the good enough card quality to do so right now. So we'll see if the next few packs can help us out. Like, we have Vitalist, Tormenting Voice, and a low curve. Alright, more useless sideboard fodder. Wheeling another Greater Sandworm, I would take it. Worm plans? Okay, yeah, this pack is great. What? How is this the best pack we've seen? Quarry Hauler and Bitterblade Warrior, so we need to decide between them. Probably Bitterblade Warrior is a little bit better. We don't really have that many things to remove counters from. Alright, perfect. Artifact decks beware. Alright, yeah, this is probably what we're running. 15 lands. I mean, so much of our deck cycles, and our curve is like surprisingly low, even though the sandworms look big. Alright. Add to deck. Lands. Alright, that looks pretty good. Save it. Run it. Let's do it. Easy. Green-red beatdown. Green-red mediocre beatdown. Let's do it.